And hello there, everyone. Osei George here, and welcome to another episode of Titan Quest: The Loot Grind. We are here on episode number 228 of this series. Do appreciate everybody who has come out. I hope that your guys' time zone, whatever your guys' time zone is most wunderbar. So, on the agenda for today, now that we have season 4 of Let's Play Titan Quest on its usual rest period, we are going to, of course, be heading back here into loot grind territory. So, let me go ahead and pull up the main screen here. Just been poking through stuff we've gotten from Sun Tzu, all here sorted out. So, not sure if we're going to probably just give this to our grind person, Ishtar, and all that. And yeah, I just found myself just quickly meandering through colors, and found myself thinking that I want to try and go ahead. Where did I see that? Oh wait, I want to do more of the um, high level stuff for Ragnarok. So we're gonna head out over toward that campaign on Legendary, of course. We want the legendary good stoofs. I have done one of the things I have done is I have split the rings and amulets into specialty and non-specialty. So specialty, these are of course the very more unique drops. Now all these guys over here, bags 4 through 12 are now empty, so I haven't quite done a look-see around at some of this stuff here yet, all of this stuff here yet. I think I might try to separate it out a little bit more specialty-wise. Say, something to, keep obviously, like magical, physical, hybrid sort of schema, but, separate a little bit, spread it out a little bit more. And so, yeah, just basically got, all this sort of, as you can see, all this stuff over here. Still got, got a little bit of room here. Done a little bit of looking stuff around and all that. So, and a little bit of organization, but our main focus right now is going to be, excuse me, TQ, of course. So, excuse me again. And so, yeah, just quickly throw up the break stream for just a second. Looking forward to next payday when get to save a little bit more money. I've been able to save a little bit money off my last paycheck that I got, but not as much as I would like. Like I said, I'm having to pay for bills and all that, so having to do stuff, so I can't quite do stuff as much as I would like in that regard. So Ragnarok. Okay, there's Swamp Central. Let's pull up Ishtar here. We'll go to Legendary. Should be in, I think I'm somewhere in the north. Hopefully it was Asgard. Or proximal to Asgard. At least what I last remember. Yep. Okay, let me go ahead and hit that acoustic safety there. So what we'll do, let's see, we are here near Valhalla itself. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead, do the run through Valhalla, do all do this do this part here in the here, then do up through Valhalla itself, and then we'll make the run to back over to the Darklands, go through stuff, and then come back up here. I am not an intruder. Time one of those Valkyries got. Come on. Help if I turned on battle awareness. I was talking to Trita, and he, like I said, he's been doing some TQ2 stuff lately, and he said, there's still, there's some stuff that I don't quite like, and I was like, yeah, why do you think I said, Treedad, that I don't want to do playing the game? It's not going to be perfect. Why do I have those there? Come on, stupid. Come on, Valkyrie. There we go. Okay. Oh. Like that tree. Don't be a dum-dum. Don't know why I have these, maybe they're, I was doing something at some point with them. That was, yeah, that was it. I was busy updating, backing up the stuff. That was it. I was trying to remember what, I was like, why in the bloody blazes do I have these two things here? And then I realized, oh, duh. So just, IRL has just been completely bonkers, more than it's far in excess of what it should be bonkers wise. There we go. Come here, dude. More baddies to kill and more Electrum to loot. We're starting to get there. We're getting close, finally, to, back to 1 million Electrum with Ishtar here. Excuse me. Alright, boys. I am not an intruder, boys. You're just Woden hasn't reined you in yet. Come on, you Valkyrie. this Guardian of Valhalla. Getting there. And more, of course, you know, the more Electrum I can get my hands on, the better, so... Started getting the dungeon tones, so it's safe enough to turn back on audio. Valkyries are just giving me more baddies to bash. That, well, yes, challenging, having overwhelming numbers. It's giving me more Electrum. Come on, move. Come here, Valkyrie. See, this is what I want, is that 800 armor stuff, but with a lot of health and energy regen on it. Did I get that chest back here? Yes, it did. One of those things of, did I do goof? Take that on, dude. See, that is what I'm talking about there. That sort of thing I'm talking about. I forgot a health potion. Silly tree. And look at that. We are back over 1 million Electrum. Hooray! Ooh, hello. Yeah. I wish it has something more than, don't get me wrong, having the 30 plus damage to giants. Oh, that is sweet. And this 71% slower attack for 3 seconds, that's pretty nice. But I just wish it had something more than just the skill grant of volley. Oh, Blue Skins of Valhalla. something. Ooh. Hmm. I definitely think we're going to keep that. Valkyries, come to me with your boy. That's pretty nice. I think I'll hold on to both that torso armor and those boots. Disagree with what, son? Fighting? Why should you disagree with fighting? Yeah. Come here, boots. Thank you. For wealth, son. Oh, just a chest. She summoned up a couple guys before she unfortunately passed on. She'll go to after Valhall. Come here, dude. Come here! Loki chest! Okay, let's see. Alright. There we go. Might be a good winding there. We'll have to take a look-see at it, but we first, of course, gotta go decant ourselves of all this loot, because why? Need the room for the money. Was not anticipating a game crash. Come on. Thank you, Tiki. Which means we gotta go do all that stuff again, and we will never know what that winding was about. We will never know. Well, we will take the opportunity this rigmarole of a game crash to, we will first go base ourselves over here in the Darklands. Lag spike. Give me a momentary thing of concern. Come on, silly Diverger. Mysterious Hern. Yoga Horn. Oh, no game. This yokai horn right there. All I really want to hold on to. Let's just do a quick gander here at the armor stoofs. Yeah, this is one that we're starting to get up. I want, more like the 780, 800, and preferably, of course, a 5% health regen per second. Oops. It's not worth it. Yeah. Not worth it either. Nope. Interesting. Right. Really would like to get Ishtar up to max level. We'll go say hi over here to what's it, bad Diverger guys. Hello. Defensive ability and the armor protection there are nice. Just might hold on to that for future reference. Austrian Nar, that was it. Ooh, hello. This is Frank. Ooh. I'll hold on to that. Apollo's Will. Ooh. Ooh. That is a very interesting thing there. The burn, 825 burn damage over 3 seconds, plus 48 burn damage. It's base 115 base fire, plus 48 burn damage, plus 33 intel, 1.7 energy regen per second. Damage plus 20% damage to devices and constructs, plus a pet bonus of 111 damage and 15% additional physical damage. Yes. Apollo's Will. 34 pierce resistance, fire resistance, nice chunk of poison resistance and pierce resistance. Plus dex, plus 40 dex, plus 110 health, plus 50% increase in projectile speed, plus 1 to volley, plus 1 to art of the hunt. Yeah, sure. Oh, hello, defiled shaman hood. Obviously, it's glitched through the floor, so come on. That's, of course, this is, I as I've said, I've never really liked these defiled guys, with a negative health regen per second. It's usually, X amount. Ah, Golem Heart. Wunderbar. It's got me thinking about one, two. Whoa, hello, Loki chest. It's got me thinking about seeing all these crystal golems here. It's got me thinking about wanting to go to Mimer's Maze. You know, I actually found myself yesterday, Saturday, going back. Something I saw on YouTube. Don't remember what it was. It was something. I was looking up something scientific, and I found myself thinking about. It was released over a year ago now. The the Proto Earth and Theia arc of solar balls. Please don't be a Loki chest. It's a Loki chest. I asked for it to be the very thing it turns out to be. I asked it not to be the very thing it turns out to be. Alright. So, anywho, for whatever reason, I got the inkling to go watch that. And, whatever episode of in particular it was the merger episode. Mars unwittingly gives Proto Earth the the desire, because he and this uh Thea and Proto Earth are depicted as having their differences and all that, and there's a little bit standoffish their relationship, but they start to it's the more of the typical opposites attract, falling in love, and blah blah blah, and um the the part where um Thea and Earth, this it's they finally decide to it's that by physically coming together that their celestial bringing their celestial bodies together, that that they will create life. And of course, in the venom sac, I was going to say, is that going to be an eater or venom sac? Anywho, they the sun had they were required by the sun, as I recall, to. I don't know for sure that they were being kept apart, but as they were coming together for what would be their impact, the sun was saying, don't you two dare, stuff. As he's trying to prevent more death of protoplanets and all that. So and so unfortunately they do unfortunately, from the sun's perspective, they do end up colliding, of course. And of course, Venus, who has also had an attraction to Thea, he's trying to get it to where he can essentially go out on a date with her, that sort of thing. And when it's once the Thea and Proto Earth collide, and Venus is absolutely mortified that he can't get to date the celestial body of his dreams. One of the early back when the Solar Balls channel was brand new ish. I think they'd only been around for, I think it was like about 4 or 5 months approximately. Solar Balls released an episode of where uh, excuse me, sorry about that, where Mars and Venus, or not Mars and Venus, Mars and Mercury are trying to figure out the riddle of Venus's name. And so and of course they yank Luna into it, the moon, and that's part of it. And because basically at this point in the series, Earth had essentially, I will not be had by the Ravens, you jerky McJerkface. Basically, Earth had blackmailed Venus into playing servant. And so they Luna, Mars, and Mercury go and ask Astro Dude, what's why does Venus have its name? And so, it turns out, Venus is named after Venus the planet was named after Venus the goddess of Roman love and beauty. And so, what happens is Venus, the four planets and Luna are all together, uh, and Venus turns toward Astrodude. The four planets and Luna are in the background, and excuse me. Venus goes and says, Astrodude! And meanwhile, Astrodude, who is mining stuff off an asteroid, who's in the foreground, literally right in front of the camera almost, is approached by Venus as he says, Astrodude! And of course, in the original episode, it just cuts there, but this, of course, leads to the Exploring Venus arc. And that is its own kettle of fish, and all that. So Astrodude has to go through and have fun with that. Taste my axe, dude. When I go to break, I'll try to see, I'll definitely see if I can't, oh, whoa, woo! We have an unmodified version of our boots. Yes. Okay. Excuse me. Help. Oh my god. It's got better stun resistance. And slightly better dex, but it's less on the damage reflected, and I've got more features in it, so. Oh my god, how? Don't know why I managed to get the. I guess I was going for I see the incarnation of Hermes Sandal there. Don't remember why I chose that to go on this helm. I in particular, that would be more of a foot thing, but I guess I was going for that that 55% health regen. I really. Just get that thing. Ooh. Hello. Gosh darn. It's like, where are those stacked rock dino? It's like I hadn't gotten them yet. Oh, look at that. I missed a true shot bow over yonder. Let's quickly go back over and get that bow before I forget it there. Do not want to miss out on loot sales. Come on, Nick Niker. Don't you go running away, Dame. Okay. Yeah, not worth it. Yeah, once I go to break and all that. I think I'm gonna try and pull that stuff up. Might take me a few extra moments to do so. So. Donkey Dung. Now it's more or less full. Hold on to that. Not worth it. Excuse me. Yes, lady, show me the money. I'm getting there on Electrum. Get the Electrum back up. Oh. What? Didn't I? Oh! I think I'll buy that. I think I may have accidentally sold this, because, or something like it. Scrap. We'll pull all this stuff up and we'll just sell it. We'll quickly head back to Asgard, Valhalla itself. So I want to see. There may be something here at the blacksmith merchant. Not much. Unfortunately, not much in terms of the rings and armor and all that jazz. But hey, that's always going to be the draw. All right. I just realized I was a dum-dum. I meant to go loot those two chests over there, where we face off against, Woden, Thor, or at least Woden. The, the quartet. The quartet. Come on, you jerkettes. Play nice. Oh wait, it's your job not to play nice. Next rebirth fountain is one right here. That's the next fountain. Check this. We won't go a little bit. I think we'll head back, but because of course of the earlier crash, we got screwed up there. So go for a little bit longer. And we'll head back to, we'll rebase again. Well, you're not me. Valkyrie just said I am Odin Shield. You're not much of a good shield there, Miss Valkyrie. If I came and clean your clock. What we might do is, a little bit more. And go, since we do have some money. Come here, archer guy. See, was that too hard? Now it's time I really went and finally wrote a review. of TQ and all the DLCs. I'm not going to worry about doing that on cam mostly because I'd rather, spend that time, grinding. So we get a little. My time. Okay. So what I was thinking we'd do is we'd go over, drop some stuff off. And go over to Gadir and decant ourselves of some loot. Legendary level. For wealth, dude. Come on. Just want to make sure that, come on. Come on, Valkyrie. Really do need to get Valkyria Chronicles 4 cleaned up. Finished off, I mean. Alright, this will be a good stopping point, I think, for us on our current grind. So let's quickly, as I said, we'll quickly, come on, let's quickly head back here to the Darklands. Like I said, it's fun doing some of this stuff the hard way. I said without the Diverger here, the enemy Diverger, it's easier to do it like that. Let's take a quick peek around here, guys. Ooh, fungoids. And a majestic chest. The loot. Ooh. Ooh! It's not much, but yes, the inevitable BUTT. I think we're going to hold on to that guy. I don't think we'll worry too much about that shield. Let's see. Yeah, it's not much, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take access of the that helm right there. Yes. We go over here to the Summer Palace. We're going to decant ourselves of loot. As well as put our potions away in storage. Alright. Let's head over here to Gadir. I really do need to leave a review of the game. Yeah, it's a good thing we saved. It's a bloody good thing we saved. And we'll just go ahead here, guys. Make this our break. So yeah, everybody go ahead and stand up, stretch, get something to eat, get something to drink, use the restroom. I'll see y'all here in a few minutes. Okay, guys, Tree is back. Just got the game restarted, so we'll still go ahead and proceed with our little side quest over in Gadir. Let's get that little bit of extra stuff. Plymouth, Gadir. I did go and double check. After I got the videos pulled up that I was talking about for solar balls. Did go double check the stuff, and yeah, one of them was a memory crash. Another one I don't remember finding out much about it. Yeah, for sure one of them was a memory crash. Maybe because I don't have quite did get when I rebuilt my system back in oh, what the heck is I'm not sure if I have that. Degrees. May have some memory issues, even though I've only got yes, I got 64 gigs. It was the guy I was talking to when I bought my stuff was said, you know, you really want to go 64, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'm sure. So that might be part of the problem, is the fact that I have too much RAM. And of course, I still could potentially have the same issue if I even just had 32 gigs of RAM. And that was one of the things that I thought of on break, and I did go double check. Is yes, TQ does require, and this is probably why I got the 64 gigs of RAM. Absolute minimum is 16. Well, that's probably why I went and got the 64 was the for TQ2. Donkey Kong. And we'll head back out, but so because of course the way things have been going, I shouldn't totally let current issues be too much, but may decide to maybe about a year from now is what I'm thinking. Is sometime mid 2027 is maybe that mid to late 2027 might be a good time to do a another rebuild. No, I don't want that. Come on, give me all the loot. I will call Donkey Dung. There we go. There we go. But yeah, it's definitely on my horizon for right now. I'm definitely wanting to, as I've been mulling over it. I know it would be what I'm thinking is um, taking a look at doing a 3 monitor setup. You know, so sort of gonna kind of let's see. Let's quickly sell our stuff here. Make some money. What I'm thinking about doing is roommates and I some time ago we did have cable, but things got, and you know, our cable provider, our which is now just our internet provider. They did have a very sweet internet cable plan, but for us it was just getting to the point to where it made a lot more sense to just go with, we weren't, none of us were using the cable channels as much as we could like. I mean, it was a fairly decent plan overall, and we had a DVR and all that, but it was just getting to the point to where we wanting weren't watching TV as much as anymore, as we were just using, you know, like using internet and using, you know, they tend to use some of these you know, stuff like these some of these other services for TV shows and all that. And so we just ultimately got to the point where we just said, let's just go with the internet. It'll overall for everybody, it'll just save us all some money. Because, you know, of course, I was having to, you know, contribute money to help pay for the plan. And just going with the internet, that, you know, it'll save all of us some money. You know, I have to, you know, my money is able to go to other things. But what I'm thinking is if I do, I'm thinking that I will still go for a 4 monitor stand. But what I'm thinking about is there are times where I'm gonna want to, you know, pull up TV. You know, if I'm getting, you know, bored watching YouTube or other streamers on Twitch, is, you know, I can pull, you know, I can, and if I want to, you know, I find it that I'm not as, I need more news in my life. So what I'm thinking is, and this is of course an awkward shape, but have 1 monitor here, 1 monitor here, 1 monitor here, and 1 monitor here, and have this guy be a TV actually. That way, you know, I can have, you know, TQ right here, uh, um, Streamlab, chatbot right here, and OBS right here, and have this be both TV and have it plugged in to function as a fourth monitor, but also be a TV. I'll have to get a over-the-air digital converter for that, but have it be both TV and monitor. And as I'm going to double check with Treedad about that and see what he says. I'm thinking that would be a fairly good idea. That way I could have, as said, 1, 2, 3, 4 monitors. I've talked about having, no, I didn't want to access you. Let's see, East. I'll also check with roommates, see what they think about that. See if what they think. I think they would definitely say, "Hey, Tree, that is a good idea." It's pretty decent. Oh, interesting. Very interesting. Oh. Yeah, sure. So let's quickly. I'm going to cycle the game, but before we do that, let's quickly the north, Asgard. Yeah, I'm thinking of that. If I do that way, I could pull up, like watch news, be able to watch, pull up like morning news is what I'm thinking. Get home and. Oh, that looks good. Kingly Philology. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, definitely going to hold on both of those. Quickly. Oh, come on. There we go. Lag spike. I'm going to quickly go say hi to Asturi and Nar. And bash all the Batty Diverger here on the way. Ooh. Juggernaut Curse. Diverger Juggernaut Curse of Might. Ooh! Oh ho ho! Look! This this was a good idea to go say hi. Look at this is one. This one is sexy. Yes. Yes, indeed. It is definitely worth the saving. These guys seek to engage, we will. Gosh, gosh darn, that's got me thinking about Clamave de Profundis again. God, what song was that? I do not remember. There's the lyric, the verse that I remember from the lyrics of whatever video I'm trying to remember that they did. Is answer now the call to engage. Gosh, I do not remember which one that was. But it's. Gosh darn, I do not remember what song that song of theirs that was. Just a sec here, guys. I'm going to cycle the game, fully cycle the game. And we will go from there. So get a quick timestamp reference on OBS. Like I said, being on one monitor sucks. And I'm starting to get a little bit of a green pixelation on this monitor. I know that I've been running on borrowed time, but it is all the more imperative for me now to go ahead and get the get a new monitor. Like I said, it's still have to, pay bills, pay rent, etc. Sure. Ooh, honor guards care. Oh! Ooh, I think Gloria Bennett. I think that's another set item we are looking for. Oh, it's a shield. For whatever reason, I thought it was a set item. Darn it, I cannot get Clamave de Profundis out of my canopy, guys. know that one of the good songs that they did is called Boic Brave Soul. Is the demon that they show in the video is they obviously they're artists, whether it's somebody in the family of singers or they're a commissioned artist. Drew it a lot like the Balrog from Lord of the Rings. Birth of an Age, that was it. Canopy's memory cells finally um, activated their power. So as that I could remember what I needed to remember. Finally. Golem Heart, huzzah. Excuse me, but it felt good. Oh, more Eater. I haven't been following Clamave de Profundis quite as much lately. And been listening to some old. Oh, more Eater. Hooray. Listen to some stuff I've been haven't heard in a while, or one of the things I've been doing is listening to Heiss's um, stuff, and I'll make sure to leave a link to his Spotify. It's a case of being stuck back on one monitor, just absolutely pretty frickin' sucks. Pretty much bloody sucks. Just so frickin' annoying. Ever since I became a streamer, I found out how valuable it is to have multiple monitors. I know that in like a Planet Base, OG Planet Base, for the security consoles, it shows, if you split the screen in half this way and then thirds this way, one, two, there'd be one, two, three monitors there, one, two, three monitors here, and that's a lot of data. Another legendary Eater. Still muted. Come on. Come on, you jerkettes. Play nice. Oh, wait, it's your job not to play nice. Just curious what's made that guy so special for him to be green colored. Just a sec here, guys. Need to stretch. Also gonna double check OBS time. Like I said, it's just being back on one monitor sucks. Let's see what I can do with this for my next paycheck when I get it to really save some money. At some point, maybe this coming weekend, I will take a quick foray down to the tech store, or over to the tech store, I should say. It's easy to, say down when you mean over to at times for me. Yeah, make the obligatory voyage over to the tech store. Double check their site, of course. See what they have on their site, and double check. Probably do that after I get done doing stuff here. Is doing this episode is take a quick gander over at their site. I'll have to take a look-see at their, I think I may have a digital TV signal converter. I think I do, somewhere. Or it's either me, my roommates, or Tree Dad. One of the group of us has something somewhere, I think. Because if I can do the double plug-in to where I have a monitor that can serve as, a fourth monitor when needed, will mostly serve as a TV. That would, for me at least, be a decent use of that money. You guys try doing that to me. just need to see what I can do to squeeze out a little bit of extra saving for new stuff. Already starting to implement a few changes to try and save some money, so, or find ways to save money. Either doing it or finding ways. Of course, trying to save money here, save money there. Where are you? There you are. Trying to get that Alfheim. Warrior to come out of her little cubby hole there. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty much thinking that, as I've said, do a TV that serves not only as a TV, but as a fourth monitor. Which, with my current setup, it would be logistically easier to, trying to minimize, putting the effort of setting up, monitors and all that. It's the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Also, do the path of least resistance. And having a 4-monitor setup, or capability of a 4-monitor setup, that, well, in its own way inconvenient, would be a heck of a lot of sense in its own way. I know I've said about doing, a one monitor, a triple setup. But at the same time, having a quad setup with still having the 3 screens, but at the same time having that optional 4th, I could, that would allow me to, for example, if I was, doing a live stream with one of my fellow streamers, whoever it would be, I could, have, game, chat, OBS, Discord. That way I could factor in all the stuff. Let's Freya's shadow there for a second. Okay. Interesting. Come here, dude. It's got Raiment of Power, so... Rats! Rats, rats, rats! I was hoping I might be able to squeeze in, but you see, this goes to show how much I was paying attention to our stuff here, guys. Yeah, I won't keep that. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me again. Yeah. Hmm. Quickly portal over here to Asgard to see what potential good loot lurks with our blacksmith merchant. As well, of course, as to make money off all this stuff. Want no piece of junk. Yeah. I've already been through with this being over. Getting a little worn of doing some Asgard stuff here, guys. Let's we're going through Hades with um Sun Tzu. Let's go do some fun over here in Hades. Just ah. I know we won't be getting as much XP or anything, or Electrum or anything like that. Could just get legendary Tortured Soul, though. Gladly take slightly less Electrum if it means able to more rapidly bash baddies. They have a hero. Oh, and they pwned? Look at that. I died and my health was recovering. If that is not irony, oh my goodness, guys. That is irony. That is irony. And I need to get either the minions or the boss baddie away from each other. Oh, ooh, hello. I think we have that that note. Yeah, this looks familiar. Still hold on to it till oh, hello. Still hold on to it till I double check to make sure that it's in my vault. So we are now going from the third domain into the second domain. Melones. Oh, they have a hero! part of me is just going, ah! I do also have to take a look-see at monitors too, and I said I do not need the most sophisticated of monitors. It's a nice one. These monitors that I've had have served me for 15 years, and now they're finally pooping out. Well, one of them's pooped out, and I know that the other has only so much time left on it. My God, just way filled over. The first dome. Come on. Thank you. Limosas. I said I'm just running through these guys, and they're, my weapons are, hot axes running through batty butter. I'm going to say hi to Cerberus here, shows that it'll be a nice little side quest. Quotation marks, side quest. Oh. I saw this beacon right there, and I thought it was a bunch of baddies. I was like, let's lure some baddies into more baddies. What I really want to do is I need to take a look-see. At stuff in my vault. And once we get one of the more higher end sets, the really strong armors, we're talking, the 800-900 defense armor for a physical character. Far, far past what we got here. I think some of this stuff is like 800-900 armor. More than what we currently possess is really get some offensive stuff on it. Get some offensive stuff that will just, doing what is right now, just make, it look absolutely ridiculous in this look ridiculous in comparison. I just do one little smack, that right there, instead of taking several strikes, we do like what we have in a low difficulty. No, tree, be careful, tree, be careful. And when we make Cerberus here, go through him much more quickly. Whoa! Ooh. Tom's bracelet. Where'd it go? It's here somewhere. There we go. Yeah. Ooh. Gatekeeper. I don't think I have that one. I have that one. Do not think I have that one. I did not mean to drop that. To put it right there. What we'll do is we'll make a little, excuse me, we'll run to the Summer Palace here. Vent just enough space to stuff there. There we go. Just a sec, guys. Just a sec. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Had to really go use the little trees room. It was a tree body could not wait for me to wrap up. And it was like, yeah. Yeah, I just really had to freaking go. All right. We'll just go ahead here and already done that. Silly. What's his face there? Yes, I've got a fair amount of stuff, fairly decent haul. Go ahead here and proceed on to the east. Let's decant ourselves with loot, and then we're going to go ahead and end stream. Right? Stuff. Cool what it is in its own way. Interesting. All right, guys, we're gonna go and end the episode and all that. So I do appreciate everybody who has come out. If you're watching here on YouTube at Twitch. That is the wrong website there, Tree. If you're watching here on YouTube at youtube.com/OsageOrangeGaming, please remember to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon for notifications. It really does help. Please also to make sure to go give a follow on the YouTube, Twitch, at twitch.tv/OsageOrange. Very much appreciates. Hopefully tomorrow, Monday, or probably Tuesday. I know that today, Sunday, I had some very wonky sleep, so I'm not sure how much tonight into Monday I'm going to be able to, what time I'll finally be able to get to bed and all that, but it'll be what it'll be. So hopefully we'll have some more Midwestern Minecraft this week. I had been hoping on Saturday, to do City Building Saturdays, but it was again one of these bleh sorts of things. At least we got this in, so yay! And of course, next Sunday, hopefully we'll be able to have another episode of Titan Quest: The Loot Grind. So may you have fair weather, bountiful water, and secure soil. I'll see you guys later.